Have you ever wondered how some people seem to get what they want without even trying that hard? While there are shelves of books on neurolinguistic programming and advanced psychology meant for professionals, the truth is that you don't need a degree to influence people effectively. In fact, some of the best psychological tricks are so simple, you can start using them today. 1. Skip "could you." Never start a request with "could you." Sure, it sounds polite, but it can actually make your question feel hypothetical. When you say something like, "Could you call the neighbors?" the other person might just nod without taking action. It's better to go with a direct phrase like, "Please call the neighbors." It's clear, it's assertive, and it gets things done. 2. The forehead stare. Here's a slightly odd one. If you want to make someone feel subtly uneasy, look right at the center of their forehead during a conversation. Most people report that it feels like they're under a microscope, which instantly creates discomfort. You might never need this, but it's a handy psychological tool to keep in your back pocket. 3. The power of silence. Trying to get someone to open up? Ask your question, then go quiet. Just look at them and don't say a word. The silence becomes unbearable, and people often end up revealing more than they intended, sometimes even the truth if they were holding something back. 4. Ask for help. If you're new to a workplace or classroom and want someone to like you, ask them to explain something. Whether you already know the answer or not doesn't matter. People enjoy sharing their knowledge, and you'll earn some easy rapport points just for showing interest. 5. Nod to persuade. And here's a subtle but powerful persuasion trick. Nod while making a request. This tiny gesture encourages the other person to subconsciously agree with you. It's a trick used by restaurant staff all the time to upsell items, and it works like a charm. 6. Take while they focus. Here's something fascinating. If someone's deeply focused, say, in the middle of a serious phone call, you can reach out and take whatever they're holding. They'll likely hand it over without even noticing. The reverse works too. Hand them something, and they'll probably accept it without question. Great trick when you're cleaning up or moving, and need things done quickly without breaking their focus. 7. Challenge to motivate. Want someone to do something for you? Try casually suggesting that they probably can't do it. Most people will feel an immediate need to prove you wrong, especially when it comes to showing their abilities. Alternatively, try starting with a small or odd request before asking for the real favor. This builds a sense of connection, making it harder for them to say no when it counts. 8. Nod while talking. This is similar to tip number 5, but used more broadly. While speaking, if you nod just a little, it makes your listener more likely to stay engaged and even agree with you, even if they don't consciously realize why. It's subtle, but surprisingly effective, especially in casual conversations or negotiations. 9. Act slightly disappointed. Let's say someone gives you an offer, a price, a job salary, or a proposal, and it's almost what you want, but not quite. Instead of rejecting it or immediately asking for better, show a touch of disappointment. Just a facial expression or a small sigh can do the trick. People naturally want to resolve that tension, and they'll often improve their offer without you saying a word. 10. Morning victory pose. Struggling to get out of bed? As soon as your alarm rings, sit up and make 2 fists like you just scored a winning goal. It sounds silly, but this little burst of energy actually wakes you up faster and boosts your mood. Don't knock it until you've tried it. And hey, if it works for you, let us know in the comments. 11. Say something absurd. If you constantly worry about whether you locked the door or turned off the iron, here's a weird but brilliant fix. While doing the action, say something completely random out loud like green rabbit or upside down piano. Because the phrase is so unusual, Your brain tags the moment as memorable. Later, when doubt creeps in, you'll remember the absurd phrase and feel reassured that yes, you really did turn off the iron. 12. Kindness wins. When someone tries to drag you into drama or start an argument, respond with kindness. It completely throws them off. If that doesn't work, silence does. Ignoring someone in the heat of confrontation is often more effective than shouting back. And if the person is someone close, like a friend or partner, try stepping into their shoes. It helps reveal any truths in their frustration that you might be missing. 13. Reframe the task. Got a lazy teammate? Don't say, do this. Instead, say, start with this. That tiny tweak makes the task feel smaller and more manageable. Once they've completed it, praise them with something like, great, now continue with this. Step by step, they'll often finish the entire job without realizing how much they've done. It's sneaky, but surprisingly effective. 14. Bring water on stage. Public speaking nerves? Bring a water bottle. Not only does it help your dry mouth, but sipping water gives you a natural pause if you forget what to say next. It's an easy way to regain your place without looking lost. And if you're really nervous, tell the audience up front. Admitting it eases tension, makes people root for you, and creates instant connection because most of them have been there too. 15. Stare at their shoes. Ever had someone stare at you on the subway? It's uncomfortable. Want to flip the script? Just look at their shoes, keep staring. Most people don't know how to react, and they'll often get so weirded out they'll look away or move seats. It's oddly satisfying when you're stuck in a social situation you didn't ask for. 16. Your mood is contagious. Here's a surprising one. If you act worried every time you see someone, say, a coworker or friend, they'll eventually start feeling anxious whenever they see you too. It's subtle, but emotional signals travel fast. So, if you want to build better energy with people, project calmness or positivity instead. They'll mirror it back without even knowing why. 17. Reword the blame. When someone messes up like leaving a window open, you might be tempted to say, you left the window open, but a better approach? Say, the window was left open last night. This keeps the message neutral and avoids putting them on the defensive. They still get the point, but you've dodged the blame game. It's a smoother way to correct mistakes. 18. Trick your tired brain. Didn't sleep well last night? Tell yourself you did. Sounds crazy, but studies show that if you believe you're well rested, your brain actually performs better even if you're running on fumes. This mental placebo taps into the power of belief, and in many cases, it's enough to push you through a sluggish morning like a champ. 19. Timing is everything. If you're going to a job interview or pitching something important, try to book your slot either early in the day or at the very end. That's because people tend to remember what happens first, and last the middle gets blurry. So by positioning yourself at one of the edges, you increase your odds of being remembered. Smart, right? That wraps up our 19 psychological tricks. Simple, sneaky, and surprisingly effective. Which one are you most excited to try? Drop it in the comments and let's swap ideas. And if you've got a mind trick of your own that works like magic, don't keep it to yourself. So, what do these tricks have in common? They're subtle, they're simple, and they take advantage of how our brains are wired. Most of them work not because you're manipulating people, but because you're communicating in a way that feels more natural to them or more difficult to resist. Whether it's nudging someone with a simple nod, handing over an object during a distraction, or saying a nonsense phrase to anchor your memory, these are tools you can start using right away. You don't need a psychology degree. Just a little awareness, some curiosity, and the willingness to try. And here's the best part. Most people won't even realize what you're doing. They'll just find you more convincing, more confident, or more memorable. That's the magic of human behavior. Small inputs can lead to big results. Next time you're in a tough conversation, trying to win someone over, or just want to see how people tick, pick one of these tricks and give it a go. See how they respond. You might be surprised at how often it works. And hey, if you learned something new or tried any of these and got results, we'd love to hear about it. Drop your story in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, share it with a friend, and hit subscribe so you never miss a chance to stay ahead right here on the bright side of life.